you seem to know all the courses, obviously, how online classes work, because this is new to us. Well, it's not new to us, actually. We've done it. It's new to us right now because we're in our autumn term. We're working through it, but actually it's working really well. We're going to study online with like this. Actually, we're recording this using the same technology that we'd be using for class. So it's live video conferencing. And everyone at this stage has experienced Microsoft Teams, Zoom, and we're using Google Meet. So we've got the whole package for Google for Education. We also have free Microsoft Office 365 online. So when you sign up with us, you get an email address at onlinecollege.ie. It is your ID, it is your passport into all our online services. So you will get Gmail for your email. Obviously, you want to communicate with your tutor. You will have Google Meet for your online class. You can, for us, we have our cameras and our microphones on, but of course you can also choose to sit back on the sofa and watch the class and not have your camera on all the time. So it can be as you can be as private as you like. It might sound like daunting to be there on a video call with initially people you don't know, but it's only the same as any class.
Yeah, but it's flexible as well. Like, you know, like you don't have to worry about driving to the campus, you know, getting home late. You know, you finish your course at 9:30, you don't get home until an hour later. You know, so that eliminates all that. It's very flexible, so you can be sitting in your house anywhere at all nationwide and doing the course.
Oh yeah, but no, you do have to worry about some practical things like you know, who's going to mind the kids while you're looking at while you're on the course and trying to keep the dog from barking and trying to keep the cat off you. But we're used to that too. So people are solving those problems. Google G Suite, we have online documents, online spreadsheets. So no matter what software, I think our basic requirement we have for you if you're going to do an online class is that you have a PC or a laptop. You have some computer. People can do a lot on a mobile phone. You can even you could watch this video on a mobile phone. You could join a Google Meet on a mobile phone. I can't recommend that you can do a whole course on a mobile phone. For one, you're going to have to type assignments. So there's going to have to be work. You're going to have to read documents. So I would recommend that you're going to have a PC or a laptop. But as you were saying there, John, nationwide access is pretty cool. Actually, it doesn't even have to be nationwide. You could be anywhere. If you're Irish and you've traveled abroad, I don't know how you got there because you're not supposed to have gone out of the country, but maybe you went out of the country before the pandemic, you can still sign up with us because now we can do the classes from anywhere. You still have the same qualifications. You still have, John was alluding to it earlier, the tutors on doing these night classes, they're doing it because they really love their subjects and they're actually all working in the area and they are experts in what they're doing. So can I move on there and Google Meet? I won't play the video here now because we're in a video. But do you know what you'll do is if you go to our website and you find the link for Study Online, you will find a lot more information here about the different features, the different tools that we use.
I suppose just to point out on the Google Meet, prior to you starting your course, a week beforehand we do inductions. So we give you a chance to come on, like what myself and Owen are doing here now is a Google Meet.
That is true.
We give you a chance to come on and play around with it and get work out any kinks that there might be from your end.
Yeah, and actually the last time we did that, a lot of people came on. They were very much reassured that yes, this is something that they could do. Do you know what? It's going to come up later, but we might as well mention it now. We have brilliant support, not just because it's you, me, and we also have Brian and Michael. We're there every night that there are classes. So every night you have someone who you can phone or WhatsApp or email and talk to. And if you have a problem with video, microphone, whatever it is, no, I can honestly tell you the problems last about the first week. We solve problems, they tend not to come back again. But we're still there every night. So you're not alone. You have your teacher who's going to be there to help you through your course, but you also have us all the time. The same way as if we were a regular school open, you'd come into the corridor and we'd be there to help you. So think of it that way. We're there for you every night. What else do we do? Oh, I'm suddenly playing the video. But anyway, I think that everyone has an idea of how these things work.
So it goes.
So I'll pause that. And as you're saying, we're doing it. Moodle. Okay, maybe some people have heard of Moodle. Moodle is our online learning management platform. It's basically where you go for your course notes.
Is an educator at Orange Academy.
And this video is there on our website as well.
Studies, economics and history.
And maybe it gives us a small look at, well, she's interrupting me there.
Courses, check their progress and see what they need.
It's not bad.
Maria teaches her courses.
It can show you what it's like to go in, look for your course, get your course materials.
She and her learners.
And it's a good way. It's a good way of there's stuff like forums that you can interact with your classmates as well. You know, so it's a great tool. And like you don't have to worry about printing out your notes. Everything you need is up on this platform. So there'll be videos, there'll be your notes, there'll be assessments. So everything you need is in one place. So you don't need to worry about getting 20 emails a week from your tutor. Everything is up online.
And what we've even been doing, it depends on the class and it depends on the relevance of it. But tutors have been maybe recording parts of their classes, maybe not all of the class. If there's a class discussion, you mightn't record it, but you might record a presentation like this, and then you can share it on Moodle. So even if you got distracted in the middle of a class, you might be able to watch it back again. So we get to put a lot of resources up online. So you'll hear the word Moodle. It's basically, for us, it's onlinecollege.ie. When you sign up, you automatically get signed up to that. You can access all your course notes. You can communicate with your tutor. You can even discuss things with your colleagues. So we very quickly have adapted to this. And even though you're at home on your own, we're forming a community. You are getting to learn, getting to know your classmates and getting to know your tutor.
And it's the new normal.
It is indeed. I'm trying to click on this and no, oh, here I go. Actually, speaking of, this is your class, John. On what class is it?
Business management. So it's just going through, like, this is a sample of how it looks. So you can see there's class notes, there's videos up there, so everything in one place.
So what I would have done in this case is in the navigation, actually, there's a menu up the top that doesn't show on this screen. I would have gone and into my class for business management, and I'd only have a couple of classes or one class. And here you actually have put up, that's a slideshow, that's a video you've done.
Yeah, and then some exercises and notes. Yeah, so that's kind of a good picture of what it might look like.
And I can see you have practice questions and so on coming up. And it's a screen, it might look busy now, but as you get used to it, you get used to where things are. Remember, you're no longer, there was an old-fashioned thing before of a tutor would show a slideshow and you'd spend the night inside in the class writing down your notes. And you think you did great work, but actually all you were doing was writing everything down. So now what you can do is you can attend a class, listen in, you can write down your key points. I still would recommend that someone would have paper and a pen and write stuff down. But you can be sure that if you miss something, it's up there on Moodle and you can go back to it. Let's see if we can move forward. Google Drive. We use that a lot for sharing information with people. So basically, it's where we keep everything online, and you can also work with it, and you can keep your documents. And if you're doing anything mathematical, you can keep your spreadsheets and your slideshows. And I guess the trainer people will be keeping their slideshows up there. I'll move along from it again.
Is Google Drive.
Apparently, I can't move along from these videos, but anyway.
Like my stories,
my recipes,
my class presentations,
my photos,
and my super obsessive spreadsheets.
But Drive is more than just storage.
I can create.
I can share, and we can edit at the same time.
So wherever I go, my stuff goes with me.
I've got everything I need.
Whenever I need it.
In Drive.
Cool. Office Online. Microsoft Office, a lot of people rely. We don't actually need it, to be honest. If you've got Google Docs, we don't need Microsoft Office. But if you need to use it and you want to use it with your onlinecollege.ie email address, you get free access to Microsoft Office Online. So don't be afraid if you need to use Microsoft Word or Microsoft Excel, you will get access to them. Again, this video is going to play here. Now, I would recommend rather that you go to our website and have a look at these videos for more information.
Office has been really important. With Office Online, everyone can be in the same document at the same time, adding content, editing other people's stuff, whether they're all in the same place or in separate places, in the desktop or in the browser, on your tablet or your phone. Office 365 and Office Online just makes collaboration so much more powerful.
Okay, let me just have a look here. Study online. It's a course requirement that you're comfortable with basic IT. Now, I've already said that email and online activities. And actually, to be fair, we don't need you to be an expert. Just don't be afraid. We can help you through it. Obviously, it's going to help you a lot if you're kind of okay with your typing. And you're going to need to be able to receive emails and send emails.
Yeah, but a PC and a laptop is an essential, really. Like as Owen said earlier, like a mobile device or a tablet is okay, but to do assignments and everything, you need to have a PC or a laptop and your broadband connection. You know, if you're living in an area with poor broadband, then you're going to struggle to do the class online. You know, and that can be frustrating then for yourself.
Yeah.
So they would be essentials, really. I would say from teaching at night as well that. From hearing the feedback from our present students that if you don't have good broadband, then I wouldn't be signing up for an online course.
Okay. Now there are some people who have started off saying they're afraid of the IT, but I think I've come across people who have support. They have someone else in the house. They have a son or a daughter, a husband or a wife who's better at the IT than them and is helping them through it. So you know, you'll know yourself, to be honest, whether you're going to be comfortable or not with doing something online. The online class essentials, okay, you're going to need, again, it's just back to PC or laptop. You're going to need a screen where you can see things. I have seen people try to watch presentations on a mobile phone, and they are tiny. A webcam is kind of handy. Obviously, we're using webcams here to show ourselves. Do you need to always be seen? You could say no, but you know what? To forge a community amongst us and to get to know each other, it's nice to be able to see each other. And you get used to it after a while. You don't have to be so self-conscious about it. But if you don't, as a backup, you might use a mobile phone. You're going to need, it is ideal if you have a headset. You don't have to have the kind of ones that we have right now. You can just use the fella that you normally plug into your mobile phone. So that works too. It works, it keeps the audio from your class private in the house. You're not annoying anyone else. But also it stops the microphone sound picking up the audio and causing disturbance. Reliable broadband. And let's just say it now. They're terrible to go out in any negative note. But just look, online classes, it's for your protection as well. You do them in a private space. You can't have everyone in the house. You know, if the boyfriend's calling over and sitting on the sofa next to you, like we can't have him in the class as well. So it is proper class time. We want you to spend the time as well to study, give the time over to yourself. Also for the protection of everyone in the class. We need to know who we're sharing our time with because we're inviting people into our homes.
And just on, what about classes? Are they recorded? And if I miss a class, what happens?
Well, I was saying earlier, it's sometimes like we're recording this, and what people will see from this is that the recording is showing the slideshow. The fella talking might be shown in a little box on the side. Anyone who isn't talking, if you turn off your microphone and say nothing or turn off your video, you will not be in the recording. So you could happily attend a class and kind of go, I don't want to be in the recording. But yeah, turn off your microphone. And you know what? At the end of the presentation, because it's good for the tutor to record the presentation so that they can put it up on Moodle and you can watch it again. But at the end of the presentation, when we all start a big old discussion and we talk about our problems with the course and the content, and we discuss the issues involved, we can turn off the recording then. So it's a mixture. It depends on the subject, doesn't it?
Yeah, and I suppose just to point out, like, can I sign up for a class if I'm not going to attend anything? I'm hoping to watch them all back. No, we wouldn't recommend that, because because you're going to miss out on the discussions. The discussions during class are not recorded, because there's obviously a stage in the class, there's maybe a 15 or 20 minutes discussion with all the class, and that's not recorded because there could be sensitive information inside there, you know. So you're missing out on all the integrating with your tutor and your classmates. So really, you need to be able to attend the class live, you know. Definitely the recording is there to watch back at a later date for revision, but for yourself, attend the live class.
Like, I imagine when you're doing accounting stuff, right? You're giving a presentation, you might take me through a certain procedure, and you might like to record that for the future so that we can see it on Moodle again later. But when I start talking to you about mistakes I've made and asking for your help on this, and we're going through it, there's no point in recording that. So if you're not at the class, you're going to miss out on that. Definitely. Do you know what you're also going to miss out on? Us people, we need the routine. We need to get into a habit. It's like if you've taken up a fitness routine, if you go out walking, or if you go swimming, you know that you have to kind of do it every night, or you have to do it on the certain night of the week. If you stop at all, you get out of the habit and you'll never give yourself the time. So class time, 6:30 to 9:30, that is your dedicated time for attending class and learning. So use that time. That's a much better time to use than skipping the class and trying to catch up later. It's time for you. It's enjoyable. As adults, when we're learning, it's actually, I find it anyway, it's wonderful. It doesn't remind me at all of like the time back in secondary school when I was staring out the window. I love now when I'm sitting there and someone else is teaching me something. Now, online support team, before we go away, I have to say, unrivaled experience, online support every class night. We had to set it up like this, and we did a good job of it, because every night, especially in the early nights and even in the weeks before, we will give you opportunities to come onto a Google Meet and try out communicating as a class before you ever start the classes properly. You can communicate with us by WhatsApp, even during the day as you're trying to set things up. We may not be able to answer straight away, but we will get to you. You can ring us on the night if you're having problems. So for some reason you can't log in, you've forgotten your password, or you can't find something, you can. It's reassuring to know that you can pick up the phone and call someone, and no panic, we'll talk you through it.
Yeah, you're not alone. Like, you're not alone doing the course. You're getting the same support as if you were sitting here inside in the classroom and on campus. You know, we're here to support you. That's our job, and you won't get a better service than what we're offering.
And actually, in the first week, we did it in the autumn term here. All four of us were together. We were on a conference call, and we were helping each other out as problems were coming in. But I think we can say the experience part here is we've seen so many of the problems before now that I think we're pretty confident that we have the answers. Do you know what we can also do? If you're really stuck, it's pretty straightforward. You can allow us to log into your PC remotely. It sounds scary, but actually, you know, you have to actually invite us in. It's not like we can suddenly snoop on your laptop, but we can go in and over the phone talk you through it the same way you were sitting in front of me and I was helping you to do something. It's been working very well. So I wouldn't be afraid of the whole online part at all. We've got you covered on that one. So the numbers, you're not going to need them now, but just this is the information we will give you on induction night. So as it goes this term, every Monday night, we have Brian on duty, and there's his phone number. And on Tuesday nights, we have Michael. On Wednesday nights, we have John. And on Thursday nights, we have me, and there's the phone number. So it's that straightforward. Because, well, the reason it's a phone number is, well, if you're having problems getting online, there's no point in giving you, relying on something like an email address or anything like that. We were talking about on-site assessments, John. So
Yes.
just to point out, look, here we are, nightschool.ie is part of Mallow College. So we're in Mallow. No matter where in the country you are, actually, we're pretty easy to get to.
We're in the crossroads of Munster.
Crossroads of Munster. We're also on the main train line between Cork and Dublin. We're also on the line, the Kerry line. Is it the Tralee, Killarney line?
Yeah. And even
all
in
the way out
buses,
here.
we're on the Cork to Galway route, the Cork to Limerick route, you know. So we're very central. But just watch out, I suppose, for the on-site assessments. Not every course has an on-site assessment. That's the big thing. There's only a handful of them, you know. So when you look, as Owen said earlier, look on the website just to see which ones do have on-site assessments. And that's the last night. So the last night of class. And for example, maths. What we actually do for maths is we hold the assessments on a Saturday, you know. And it's the same. If you are traveling a distance, we can facilitate you on a Saturday as well.
Excellent.